So this is a pretty common thing actually. You'll run into this several times where you have an object that looks like it rolls over and then under. So what you do is you have to kind of split it off into basic shapes. So we'll start with the circle here, and I'll crank up the thickness, try and replicate that same size. Get as close as possible here. And I'll go Object, Expand, make sure Fill and Stroke are set. And now we have a group. Let's ungroup that. And now we have our shape. So what I'm going to do now is find that center point. It should be right on the center of the circle. Draw a square, Shift select the two, and then use Pathfinder. So now I've got this shape, which should work just fine. So let's duplicate it, rotate it, and if you make sure that Smart Guides is on, then all of this stuff should snap together pretty easily. So what we want to do is get this to snap point to point. So what we might need to do here is turn on our grid, draw out a grid line, and then attempt that again. There we go. And Control D will duplicate that same effect at the same number of pixels. So now what I'll do is I'll just push it down so that we can get an idea of what we're doing here. So I know that I want this one and this one to be on top. And we'll change those to red, just kind of visually representing this. And then I want this one and, oh, actually no, this one. So I'll make those green, and this one's going to be in the rear, so we'll send that backwards. And that's essentially it. So what we can do now is I'll just draw a white background. Actually, no, let's make it gray. We'll lock that down. Drag this down here. Bring it to the front. And so this is going to be white. This is going to be a gradient. And let's just change this color here. Doesn't need to be that dark. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing up here. Now let's grab our gradient tool and we'll switch the direction. Make this one white. And we'll have this one based off of that. Switch the gradient direction again so that it's running that way. And grab this one. And there you go. That's essentially it. The rest is just redrawing some circles here, which I guess you could have made a duplicate in the beginning and clip out your photos. So hope that helps.